Due to high MSRP and crazy reprints, Ultimate Masters is the most infamous master set that Wizards of the Coast has ever released. Prices are going crazy. In this video, we're going to talk about the best cards in Ultimate Masters to buy right this second. You don't need to buy sealed boxes of the set for Ultimate Masters to work for you. First link in the description will lead you to the cheapest cards to buy right now, so be sure to click it. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, remember hit that like button, it helps out a lot. Engineered Explosives, one of the most powerful cards in the modern format, hasn't been under $50 in 2 years, 2 friggin' years, but guess what? Look at the price now. The UMA version of Explosives is under $30, $27 on TCG Player right this second. That might not seem crazy cheap to you, but it honestly is. For how much the card is played and just how powerful it is, $27 for a single copy of Engineered Explosives is huge for modern players. Now is the time to pull the trigger, get yourself a copy for the cheapest price in over 2 years. Emrakul the Aeon's Torn hasn't been under $20 for so long I can't even remember it, but the UMA version is legit $19 right now. The price was cut in half since pre-ordering thanks to the mass amount of pack opening going on, and Emrakul not exactly being a staple in Modern. That's usually what decides if these reprints keep their value in the short term. Anyways, Emrakul sees plenty of play in Legacy and is a huge pack card for a lot of players. At $19 each right now, that's the cheapest it's going to get for a long time. Along similar lines, old school Ulamog and Kozilek also dirt cheap right now, and they come with added value that Emrakul does not. Hilarious fringe commander play. Ulamog is $13 right now and Kozilek is $18. These haven't been in the teens for years. Eldrazi monsters are as cheap as ever. For you commander players, Platinum Empyrean is now $5 and All Is Dust is now $5. Both cards in double-digit pricing a month ago, no longer. Ultimate Masters did a great job increasing the supply of cards that were only expensive due to lack of supply. Ruined Halo was legit $40, that's now $4. For you corner case modern players, worth a buy. A card I need to draw your attention to is Phyrexian Altar, hitting $60 before the reprint was announced. The Altar is a commander staple, and the fact that it was so expensive is insanity. Thanks to the reprint in this set, $14. Literally 25% of the price, not even kidding. Now is the time to get Phyrexian Altar if you need it. The price seems to be stabilizing, so hurry up. Daybreak Coronet has finally been reprinted into the ground. Modern players, commander players, Voltron players, anywhere, Daybreak Coronet is a cool $2. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. $2 feels good. Then we have Containment Priest, the legacy playable at $3. $3. Prices are nosediving everywhere. Sublime Archangel, I kid you not, literally $1, a single dollar. Now is the time to get these cards. Snapcaster Mage is a crazy expensive card, and even this set wasn't going to stop that, but it is under $50 for the first time in a long time. I know that's still a lot of money, but there's no way a card like this, as a mythic rare, drops that much. Still, at $48 right now, if you're looking to be competitive in Legacy or Modern and you need the card, this is the best chance you're gonna get. Now, the entire reason I wanted to make this video, basically the whole point of it all, was so I could talk about back to basics. This was a $100 card, literally $100. It's $12 now. The new version, with absolutely phenomenal artwork by Therese Nielsen, is $12. I can't properly explain to you how absurd of a deal that is. What a huge drop. Sure, there was a supply issue, but there is demand for back to basics. It's all over Legacy and even sees play in Commander. You really need to understand just how outrageous this price drop is. Out of all the cards I talk about in this video, back to basics is near the top of the buy now category. $12, it's unreal, it's just unreal. Temporal Manipulation is a card lots of players like in Commander, but can't actually play it because it was $70 and impossible to find, let alone purchase. Yeah, it's $15 now with amazing new artwork. Perfectly affordable for those who love taking extra turns all the time. $70 to $15, it's hard to beat that. Then we have Glenalendra Archmage. The card's $5, and that hasn't been true since literally 2013. Marquez of the Black Rose, Azami, Brago. If you need a Glenalendra, $5 is a sweet deal, just saying. And then Laboratory Maniac, it's 90 cents. Yeah, 90 cents. I don't feel like there's anything more I need to say than that. It's 90 cents for Lab Maniac. Hot dang. Liliana of the Veil went down to $50 for about 2 seconds and then immediately rose up again. This is a Snapcaster Mage kind of situation. The price has barely budged because the Veil's demand is even greater than ever with this new printing that it entirely offsets the increase in supply. You won't find an amazing deal on Lily in this set, which sucks, but I felt like I had to mention it. Now Demonic Tutor, on the other hand, we're in business, hitting $20 with the new printing. One of the most prolific tutors in the history of Magic is finally semi-affordable again. The second cheapest option is the Divine vs. Demonic dual deck version, and that stupid thing is still above $40. So if you're still looking for the Tutor of Fame Ultimate Masters, $20, hard to beat that. I have to imagine that Commander players are beyond excited for Mikaeus the Unhallowed to finally get a reprint. I was a little worried because he came back as a mythic instead of a normal rare, but it ended up being okay. Mikaeus is $11 right now on TCG Player, and in my opinion, that's more than fair for his power level. Finally, Marin, Geese, and Garrett Geralt, Carador, and more can get their favorite zombie cleric for a truly fair price. I wouldn't expect it to go any lower than around $10, so I'd probably get one if you need it. Modern players get to enjoy Goryo's Vengeance at literally 25% of its original price, now sitting at a cool $10, and while the card is incredibly niche and only really expensive because of lack of supply, the art's amazing, the card will always have that niche playability, and with those factors in mind, $10 seems reasonable to me, so I'm happy. If you need the Vengeance, it'll probably stick around here for some time. I made a budget top tier legacy deck some time back, and it was a Reanimator strategy that used both Reanimate and Entomb. Both of them are back in this set, and wow, did that wreck their prices, making my budget list even more budget. You can see that by clicking on the screen, by the way, under $200 for a real legacy deck. Anyways, Reanimate is down to $7 each, and Entomb is $5 each. Seriously, if you play any Reanimator type strategy that utilizes either of these cards in any format, now is 100% the time to get them. Prices are already bouncing back, and honestly, these prices respectively, dirt cheap. They won't stay this low. Both of these cards are played heavily and deserve a higher price tag. Jump now, you won't regret it. I hate Dredge, but Bridge from Below is in Legacy, Modern, and Vintage. The card's annoying as heck, and up until now is over $15 for a little bit thanks to Dredge's reemergence in the Modern meta, but now, the card's friggin' $3. $3 for a Bridge from Below. What a world, am I right? If you're a horrible person and you enjoy playing Dredge because you have no friends and no one loves you, now's the time to spend your cursed dollar bills on this monstrosity. Enjoy, I guess. Red cards in this set leave a lot to be desired, just as the color red in general leaves a lot to be desired. Roasted. Anyways, Through the Breach is the most high-profile red card in this set, and with good reason. Finding extensive play in Legacy and even some in Modern, Through the Breach hasn't been less than $30 in almost 3 years, but with this new printing, it is currently $12. Now, while this has been the case for many of the cards we've looked at so far, this one is special in the way that Back to Basics is special. That artwork is absolutely insane. The value of this card is definitely under what it should be right now. Through the Breach has that eternal playability, beautiful artwork, and a sick price point thanks to it being a normal rare. Everything is coming up Through the Breach. Get them now, $12 a piece is real good. Lava Spike came back in the set as an uncommon, and I think the excitement for that was below what it should have been considering the Modern / Pauper / Legacy card was almost $6 each, and is now literally a single dollar. As far as pure value is concerned, Lava Spike may actually be the best deal in the entire set. An entire playset for $4, that has to be a dream for burn players, and again, across multiple formats, now's the time. Lava Spike sees a ton of play, and this won't be the type of card that stays this cheap for long, even at uncommon. 100% never thought I would live to see the day that Tarmogoyf was under $50, but that day is today and it's happening right now. You can get Ultimate Masters Tarmogoyf right this second for $45 each. What a world we live in. Arguably one of the best creatures in the history of Magic, the dang thing has finally been reprinted enough times to decrease the price. $45. Remember when it was $120 and we thought that was budget? Wild. Anyways, obviously if you need Tarmogoyf, now's the time. $45 is a friggin' steal for the power of this card. Noble Hierarch is probably the most popular card in Magic right now, basically taking over Modern as a format, and that's why its current price tag of $46 is a great buy. I hate that, I really do, because it's so dang expensive and it isn't even a mythic, but that's organic demand. That's what players are paying for them every single day. Hierarch is $46 right now and there's nothing we can do about it. Compared to the $60+ that it could be, I'll take the savings. Modern players, $46 is probably the cheapest it's going to get unless it's reprinted again at least 2 more times. I'm not even kidding. Vengevine took a huge hit now down to 13 instead of 30. Great news for Modern and Vintage Vine players. Eternal Witness is another uncommon I need to talk about. It's $250 right now for Ultimate Masters version. It may not seem like it, but this is an incredibly good price. It's played all over the place across multiple formats, and most importantly in Commander. You can't ever underestimate the power of the Commander player base to spike a card's price. Eternal Witness is a staple there, and with this amazing new artwork, I don't expect $250 to be static. Woodfall Primus is finally a Commander budget card, now only 90 cents. Primus was one of the first cards ever to spike in price when Elder Dragon Highlander took off. The card was totally outrageous and stayed expensive for some time, even retaining value after its Modern Masters reprint, but no more. 90 cents is the new price, and if you're a green Commander player who was waiting for this to happen, it's happened. The Primus's power far exceeds its price right now, and 90 cents is the bargain of the century. Devoted Druid is a staple in that annoying counters company deck in Modern, but more importantly, had only ever had one printing before Ultimate Masters, and because of that, foils are over $40 each. New foils of the card are $10 each, with regular copies sitting at 80 cents instead of $6. Devoted Druid may only be in a single constructed deck, but it's necessary in that deck and players love it. And I'm not even including the thousands and thousands of Commander players who slot the Druid into Marin, Hapatra, Azuri Claw of Progress, things everywhere, and at again 80 cents, it's a sweet deal. I can't properly describe how happy I am that Gaddock T got a reprint. It took basically forever, but here he is, and oh my goodness, he is $8 right now. This is a low supply correction right in front of our eyes. Seeing sideboard play in both Modern and Legacy and a moderate amount of Commander play in Mr. T hasn't been $8 since 2014. Not even kidding, it's 4 years ago. Ultimate Masters printed him as a normal rare, which has allowed the little guy to hit $8 before stabilizing, advertising. Now is the time to get him if you need him. The trend is already correcting itself. $8 is as cheap as he's ever going to get, guaranteed. Despite being banned in Commander, Leovold has maintained some value due to his play in both Vintage and Legacy, and while he was over $20 for the duration of his tenure up to this point, he is now $8 each, which is saying a lot because he was reprinted as a mythic rare. $8 is a huge drop off, and well worth picking up if you have the intention of playing him in either of those Eternal formats or just casually because you hate yourself and your friends. Sigarda, host of Herons, being $5 now should make Commander players everywhere happy, and while Sigarda was reprinted as a mythic, it doesn't seem to have hurt the downgrade in price. With Avacyn Restored Sigarda also dropping, you can get either version right now for the same price. Solid value for any Commander player who hates having to sacrifice things, looking at the big commanders like Euro, Mile, and Rafik. $5 Sigarda, real nice. Kitchen Finks is one of the most played uncommons in all of Modern, so you can imagine why it used to cost over $10 each, but now, oh boy, now with its Ultimate Masters reprint, it's $1.50. $1.50. This hasn't happened in so long. For context, when Modern Masters 1 was released and the Finks was in it, still never got to this level of cheapness. That should tell you something. Kitchen Finks being $1.50 is a huge drop in price and the perfect time to grab them if you need them. $6 for a playset that's honestly insane. Moving to lands, we see some of the most impactful reprints here. Celestial Colonnade, a popular Modern staple in all blue-white base control decks, has been over $50 each for basically all of 2018. The card is $18 now thanks to a normal rare reprint in Ultimate Masters. Also played in Commander, the Colonnade needed a reprint badly and it got it at $18 each. I think we're seeing the floor on this card. It has high playability and is a strong land. Worth buying now if you need them. I believe the same is true for Karak, because at $18 right now, seeing a lot of play in Vintage and Legacy. Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, $8 each, seeing tons of play in Legacy and Commander. Flagstones of Trocare, friggin' $3, seeing play in Modern and Commander. $3 is unreal. And Dark Depths, $18, a mighty force in Legacy and Commander. All these lands are played a lot in their respective formats and are as low as they're going to get, with their price trend starting to creep upwards already. Jump on these now. I know this video sounds like I'm just hyping up Ultimate Masters, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not buy boxes of this set, buy singles. Singles prices are absolutely unreal right now and worth investing in if you want to play in any format with any strategy. All the cards I talked about in this video are as low as they're ever going to get, so this is the time. Don't wait if you can help it. Don't wait the extra 2 weeks because you think they'll drop after Christmas. Don't do that. Trends are already shifting upwards. Get the cards you need now. If you want the entire list of cheapness that I talked about today, please click the first link in the description. It helps the channel a bunch and you can see just how cheap a lot of this stuff is. And as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.